Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. Today we got our Elimination Chamber 2019 preview, prediction show, whatever you want to call it. Probably one of the more anticipated shows of the year. It's one of the shows I look forward to most every year. Similar to Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. Elimination Chamber has kind of that aura that I absolutely love. I think, Hell in a Cell has lost a lot of luster over the years, and Elimination Chamber stock has risen way over Hell in a Cell in terms of, how many people enjoy it year to year and the quality of the matches. There have been more better chamber matches compared to Hell in a Cell matches. So of course the show will be this Sunday, February 17th, 2019, Houston, Texas, in the Toyota Center. We do have 7 matches scheduled, and we will be crowning new women's tag team champions inside an elimination chamber. So really big. Of course, WWE did the first ever women's chamber match last year, which was a success. So now here's what they're probably going to do throughout 2019 and 2020. First ever women's tag team this. First ever women's tag team that. We'll probably see a women's tag team TLC match. All kinds of women's tag team stuff. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not too excited for the show, but it's definitely cooled off over the past couple of weeks. They did kind of blow their load early here and announced the titles fairly early. That was like Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. They announced there would be women's tag titles coming in 2019. Might have been before the Rumble or something. They announced that at the Elimination Chamber the titles would be contested for. So I want to thank everyone for joining the live stream today. Take some time and subscribe, guys. If you're new to the channel, join me along in the live stream and comment down below your predictions. Who's going to walk out of some of these chamber matches? Tion Couponer, what's going on? Zane, Galea, top of the morning. Good morning, bro. Good afternoon, Ghost. Tion Couponer. Kofi had a great performance in the gauntlet match. Absolutely, my friend. Man, Kofi Kingston is really special. You take a mid-card guy like Kofi Kingston, and you could turn him into a top act in a night just like that. They did kind of botch their lines, though, on SmackDown, saying that this is the longest match anyone has ever competed in. Does everyone forget about the Iron Man match between Lesnar and Angle from 2003? So Kofi did not compete in the longest match ever on SmackDown. It was Lesnar and Angle. It might be one of the longest performances, one of the most outstanding performances in a night by Kofi. Who else is in the live chat here? We got Jaden. What's going on, man? Thank you, everyone, for being up early wherever you may be. So let's get into it. We got the pre-show match. Probably won't be watching this. Seems like every time I turn on the pre-show, the match either just ends or is ended moments ago. Cruiserweight Championship match, Buddy Murphy defending against Akira Tozawa. So these are the final two pay-per-views before WrestleMania. We got Fastlane in 3 more weeks. I really don't see them taking the title off of Buddy Murphy here. He's gonna take that title into New York. He's gonna probably lose it in New York if he maybe he hangs on to it a bit longer. You know, I like Buddy Murphy. I like the Australian gimmick. This guy is in great shape. I never really seen anything special in Akira Tozawa, so my pick is going to be Buddy Murphy retains. Um, Live chat, what are you guys saying? It's about noon Eastern time here, 12:05 p.m. here in Canada. Yeah, of course, Chamber and Fastlane are filler pay-per-views, but for the most part, I enjoyed Elimination Chamber most times. So then we got about 6 matches announced for the mid card. There are several stars absent from this show. Becky, Charlotte, Asuka, 3 women main evented TLC. They are nowhere to be found on this show. Also, the United States champion, even though it's R-Truth, nowhere to be found. Nakamura, Rusev, the new tag champs in the revival. So there's a lot of guys and gals missing in this show. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's six more weeks, and initially it was supposed to be a Raw and a SmackDown pay-per-view. They completely did away with the brand exclusive pay-per-views last year. So I'm sure they'll adjust things in 2019 and possibly next year, or this might be the new normal, with 2 big pay-per-views before WrestleMania, or 2 filler shows as you call them. With 3 weeks here, 3 weeks, and then your final build to WrestleMania. I always like the classic build. 12 shows a year. You got your Rumble, 1 show, and then your final 4 to 5 weeks build to WrestleMania. No, that's a possible video I might make. If you guys are interested in that, as always, drop a comment down below, or as always, drop a suggestion in the comments. I'm open to any suggestions, guys. Like I say, drop a comment down below if you want to see any video ideas, any reviews, anything like that. Make sure you guys drop your comments. Yep. Thank you, TN Couponer. So this seems like a very strange card, and like we've been saying, it's more filler, and things are not likely to happen here. And if they do, it's going to be very transitional heading into WrestleMania. So what I can see opening the show here is probably a chamber match, and it kind of sucks because this is I don't like to see 2 chamber matches back to back, but I don't know. Let's say they open up with the women's chamber match to crown the new women's championship, tag team championships. Boy, is that a mouthful. We got Nia Jax and Tamina versus the Riot Squad versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce versus Naomi and Carmella versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. Sasha Banks and Bayley will be the first ones to start the match. Not sure against who, but Um, my pick is they will be the Iron Women in this whole chamber. And my pick is they're going to win the women's tag team titles. So there is this big confusion. Yes, WWE, WWF has had women's tag titles in the past. Now you got to go back to about 1988, 1989 to find them. So we are going way back, 30 years ago, in fact. But Sasha Banks and Bailey for the win to become the first ever women's tag champs. Randy Orton will win the WWE title. Bold prediction there from Extreme Wrestling. Wow. You know, Randy Orton's had success in the chamber before, and he has won and both retained his world titles in the chamber. So that'll be great to see. You know, I'm a lifelong fan of Randy Orton. I remember in 2002 where he was wearing those, kind of shorter tights with the blue and yellow. I had a high hopes for Randy Orton, and sadly he got injured some point in 2002. And then they did those RNN skits, Randy News Network, where he would interrupt promos and things like that. And shortly after, we seen Randy Orton go to Raw and be part of Evolution. That time period was so epic. I'm happy to see, you know, the the career that Randy Orton has had. The being a third generation star definitely helped him. He definitely didn't get there on his own. And Randy Orton may be, one of the more underrated superstars of all time. People don't give him the credit he deserves. Um, so for the SmackDown tag team titles, we got the Shane McMahon and the McMiz versus the Usos. So if you guys didn't hear, one of the Usos did recently get arrested, and I think that's gonna hurt their chances here tomorrow. I'm going with Miz and Shane to retain, and then they're probably gonna start the build towards WrestleMania. Maybe they'll drop the titles at Fastlane. Maybe they'll remain champions, and we'll have a champion versus champion match at WrestleMania. We've seen that before with Shawn Michaels and John Cena were tag champs, WrestleMania 23. Also, Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio were tag champs heading into WrestleMania 21. Yeah, Jimmy Uso is out of jail. He apparently tried to fight a cop, and that's not good. When you're a big WWE star, you really gotta watch what you do, whether it's partying or going out on the town, things like that. Um, it's all eyes on you. You're a big star, and here's the thing. I'm sure this story somehow got twisted into Jimmy Uso trying to fight a cop. Maybe he wasn't even wearing a shirt when he got out of the car, and somehow it turned into, oh, he took his shirt off, he tried to square up and fight a cop. I highly doubt that, but don't drink and drive, guys. Stay in your hotel, and that's a really big story. Next up, probably the safe pick of the night, Ronda Rousey defending the Raw Women's title versus Ruby Riott. Man, I feel bad for some of these women because in any other year you could probably predict a title change here, but I just don't like the fact that they're not gonna pull the title off Rousey at this point, and that's what sucks about this. We don't get those moments like, oh, someone's music hits, and then distraction roll up. We got a new champion. You're not gonna see that kind of stuff with Rousey or Lesnar as champion. I miss that kind of stuff. Hey, DJ Taz, what's up? Vincent Garzone, you're gonna be blocked. So little gay zone there. Probably fucking Gemini's fake account. Vincent Gazon. Next up here for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, Bobby Lashley defending the title here in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush versus Finn Balor. I'm going to predict a title change here. I really like to see Finn Balor in a high-profile match at WrestleMania. This is the time to do it. Balor's match against Lesnar at Royal Rumble was awesome. I think Finn Balor could be the WWE's workhorse in 2019. Put the IC title on him and let him run with it. Let him put on those, 15, 20-minute classics month after month. Finn Balor is a perfect Intercontinental Champion. Exactly. Balor could pin Lio Rush to win the title. And, you could have one of those clumsy finishes where Lashley knocks Lio Rush's head off. Balor knocks Lashley out to the side, outside of the ring, whatever. And Finn Balor pins Lio Rush. Simple. Easy booking. Of course I watched DVD Freak. Kenny Omega's not coming to WWE for at least 4 or 5 years. He signed a pretty lengthy contract for AEW. Next match of the night is going to be the piss break popcorn match. Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin. I don't know anyone that wants to see this match. And Braun Strowman is ice cold right now. With loss after loss after loss, months and months on the shelf, Braun Strowman has definitely cooled off. This is a no disqualification match. I don't see this match going long at all. And if it's anything decent of a match, I'll be surprised. Braun Strowman for the safe prediction. The Braun Strowman was so hot in 2017. They fucked up so bad with that. Nicholas winning the title, tag titles. That was so fucking stupid. And fans wanted to see Strowman as the champion, Universal Champ. They could have did it at SummerSlam 2017, Royal Rumble 2018, even as late as Crown Jewel. But nope, cut off. I think Braun Strowman, he might be champion somewhere down the line. But for now, I think he's going to be, a strong attraction for WWE. But I don't see him being nowhere near the title. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a video on Royal Rumble's 2020 location. And finally, what I hope to be the main event, the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. Daniel Bryan, Captain Planet, defending the title versus AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, and Kofi Kingston, who replaced Mustafa Ali. Wow, what an all-star line here. We have here one, two, three. We got four former world champs. Samoa Joe, a former, high-profile star. Kofi Kingston, a former IC and US champ, multi-time tag champ. You got a big names in this chamber match. I think this will be match of the night for sure. And this is probably going to be a damn good chamber match. But who do you go with, guys? Who do you go with? Do you pick a new champ or do you run with Captain Planet, Daniel Bryan? This is probably the hardest match on the card to predict. I honestly don't care about Braun Strowman. I never really liked Braun Strowman. I had really high hopes and got disappointed quickly. Pretty sure it starts 7 Eastern time. Um, I'm pretty sure it's 7 to 11 Eastern. 4-hour pay-per-view. But my pick is going to be Daniel Bryan retains here. Daniel Bryan deserves to main event WrestleMania once again as WWE champion. Remember last year, WrestleMania 34? I bet many people couldn't even tell you what match Daniel Bryan was in. 'Cause this was Daniel Bryan's big return to WWE. And he teamed up with Shane McMahon to face Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a subpar match. It was decent, but nowhere near what it could have been. That boy who goes, hey, what up? Dan Curley's in the house. What up? Um, I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about Styles' contract yet, but I'm sure Styles is gonna stay in WWE. Um, so Daniel Bryan's my pick. Comment down below, guys. Who's walking out? Elimination Chamber, the WWE champion. What women will be crowned the new women's tag champs? Shane and Miz. Who's gonna start this feud off? Is it gonna be the Miz turning on Shane, or Shane, sticking with the McMahons and kind of dumping Miz to the curb? I honestly think the Miz could kind of blend in with the McMahons and, be a part of that faction, with Rollins, Triple H, Stephanie, Shane, Miz. You could put Maurice and a couple other females to, Shane as a heel is so much better. Batista returning, still unknown, but I did hear that Batista did meet with WWE officials about a week ago. So, who knows? Batista may be headlining the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2019. That's my prediction. Batista's my pick for that Hall of Fame. No, guys, I don't have PS4. I don't have Xbox. I don't have any games like that. So, any questions in the live chat? We got about 11 people in the chat. Wow, this is one of my biggest live streams yet. So, any questions for me, guys? Comment down below. No, Batista's not going to AEW. Here's the thing, guys. Not everyone is gonna go to AEW. It's just not gonna happen. Everyone has different goals. Everyone has different views, responsibilities. Not just because someone's contract is up does not automatically mean, oh, that's it. They're going to AEW. That's it. No. Please stop. Honestly, they could use leverage for the contracts. Um, and that's probably a strong motive right now. Look, these guys are offering me 3 million a year. Are you gonna get that from WWE? No. Lesnar's contract, I'm not sure about. That here's the thing. They that was back in when did he win the title? Crown Jewel. And then they said he has two more dates. At least two more dates. And that was Rumble and Mania. So far he hasn't done much, but he's gonna have at least one more match in WWE. Um, I thought the UFC thing was supposed to be in February. It I'll have to look into that because I'm gonna say Lesnar re-signs. It's not like he appears, you know, every month. If Lesnar appears twice a year, I'd be happy with that. And and here's the thing, Lesnar made about $12 million in 2017, and it's probably around the same for 2018. My next DVD review will probably be um, one I just started watching, WWF Hardcore title. I'm also watching WrestleMania 20 right now. I have reviewed all the WrestleMania DVDs. I have reviewed, you know, most DVDs. We're probably gonna start doing, more full length reviews, Attitude Era related stuff. Backlash 99, um, the 9 to 99 episode of SmackDown from the second ever episode of SmackDown. Um, I really don't know. I play it by what's currently happening and all the suggestions. So based on the suggestions and what's currently happening, we're going into Fastlane. I'm pretty sure reviewed all the Fastlanes. So um, more WrestleMania related videos. You know what? Samoa Joe as WWE champion is something I think needs to happen. Unfortunately, Daniel Bryan as a heel winning at WrestleMania doesn't really make sense, but I like the story of it. I like the story of Joe being the grizzled vet, even if he holds it for a month, similar to Bray Wyatt. I definitely think Joe deserves a WWE title run. Seth Rollins will take the belt off Brock Lesnar. Um, I hope this Lesnar title run ends at WrestleMania. He doesn't need the title anymore. This has been going on for 2 years. Um, Roman Reigns held the title for like 2 months and unfortunately had to vacate the title due to the, you know, return of the of the, you know, but um, Lesnar definitely didn't need the title. They didn't need to put him in this title match. He's pretty much held the title up for 2 years. Yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing like retro reviews, some classic WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Rumbles, anything like that. See, here's the thing: when you review almost every DVD, it's harder to create content. I mean, I could always update some of the older reviews, which I've been doing recently as well. But, there's only so much you could do with just single DVD reviews. That's why you do a lot of top five, top tens, um, news related videos, updates, pickups, all that kind of stuff, which molds and creates this whole channel. My channel isn't completely based on DVD reviews. I'm gonna be doing a separate video for Hall of Fame predictions. As of right now, there have been zero official announcements for any Hall of Fame inductees. I'd like to see Christian go in, Vader. I had this great idea. Watching back the hardcore DVD, you know, an underrated family that's not really a family that could you could damn well argue a spot in the Hall of Fame. The Holly cousins. That would be so epic. Molly Holly definitely deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame. Multi-time women's champ, former hardcore champion. Crash, rest in peace. Um, a legend of the hardcore title who helped usher in the 24/7 era of that title. And then Hardcore Holly, Bob Holly, definitely deserves a Hall of Fame spot as well. Former IC, Tag, and Hardcore champion as well. So that'd be a cool family to induct in the Hall of Fame. One I don't think many would see coming, but when they do announce it, they'd be like, wow. Because Hardcore Holly going in on his own would be fine. Crash, fine. Molly, fine. But as a trio, I don't think anyone would see that coming. Um, how many DVDs do I have? Honestly, I've lost count at this point. It's probably over 500. And then you count the, 100 and so VHS tapes. It's a quite pretty large collection. The problem I'm having recently is I just want to watch everything. I want to watch this, I want to watch this, then I want to watch this. You really have to kind of schedule what you watch. And it's tough because at times I want to watch my favorite stuff from the Attitude Era, but I also, don't want to ignore that ruthless aggression time period and things like that. There's some DVDs I have never even watched. I just bought them and they sit there and I put them off, I put them off, I put them off. I might watch a disc, I might watch two discs, and I never watch them again. I might watch the disc again. Sometimes I may watch just the documentary portion. And some of these matches on DVDs you've seen before, and you're like, do I really want to watch that again? It's a toss up. Yes, I have played video games on PS2. I've played video wrestling games on Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, I believe Sega Saturn. Which system was that ECW game out on? Was that PS1 or 64? Also, I had PS1, PS2, Nintendo 64, PSP. Um, I I can't remember if I played a game on PS3. I I may have, I may not have. Man, PS4 is a lot of money, which I just don't have the money to invest, three or four hundred bucks on the system, and then 60 to 70 bucks for games plus accessories, things like that. Things are very expensive here in Canada. It's not like the States where, you got your big Black Friday sales and, you can find things fairly cheap. Things don't really go pretty cheap in Canada. It's pretty expensive. And then who knows how much, internet streaming would cost playing PS4 all day. Um, I would hate to see my internet bill after that. But some of my favorite games from PS2 were SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth, and Here Comes the Pain. I remember I played the hell out of that, creating custom characters and people like that. Um, I always liked I think it was Shut Your Mouth where you could walk uh, in the back of the arena and you could go in the GM's office, you could go in the arena, you could go to the concessions and things like that. But I think SmackDown Here Comes the Pain had the actual, it just had like a locker room where you could just, buy different attires and arenas and costumes and things like that with your rewards after matches. Wow, that's awesome, man. Yeah, you know what? Here's the awesome part about PS2 is those things will never burn out. And I recommend you buy the original PS2. I remember the first day I got mine, I dropped it down the stairs and it worked perfectly fine. Um, was Goldberg in Here Comes the Pain? I don't remember if he was or not. Because I remember I was always actually I'm pretty sure he was in Here Comes the Pain. Because I would put that world title on Goldberg and just spear the hell out of everyone. Yeah, he was because that was the first game they had the Elimination Chamber. Let's going back to the chamber now. And me and my buddies would call the chamber the bird cage, the big bird cage, because the way it looked, though, with the oval top and it came down quite a bit. That thing was so awesome and unique, and we just wanted to see more and more of it. It was WWE's new toy at the time. Um, and I really think that the chamber's value, like I said at the beginning of this video, the chamber's value has definitely gone way over Hell in a Cell at this point. So I am gonna be ready to end this live stream soon, guys. Yeah, you know what? I love Triple H, and he had two versions of the pedigree. I'm ready to end this live stream, guys. Thank you all for tuning in today. Like always, comment down below your Elimination Chamber predictions. Take some time, hit that subscribe. Thank you all for joining the live stream, guys, and participating. We'll talk to you later.